it's their map, but it's not their map. Anyway, in the top left here of Star Station, we've got the EG Zerg tying the series 1-1. It is Jaedong.
And if Jaedong's able to beat out this group, I fear that he could do dangerous things in this tournament.
Yes, terrible, but great. In the bottom right here, from SK Gaming, this is MC. Both these players with an insane amount of fans.
Yeah, both of them, you know, major fans. Everybody wants to see both of these players do well, but today only one will have that opportunity to continue their legacy in the Intel Extreme Masters Season 8.
That's right, guys. Get on Twitter, get on Facebook's hashtag IEM. Let them know you're watching the Intel Extreme Masters in Shanghai, and let us know who you think, whether or not Jaedong or MC is going to come through. Show some love to your favorite player, guys, because it may be your last chance.
It's an intense game here.
Right.
It's gonna be. Is it gonna be a short one or is it gonna be a long one?
Well, the first game and the second game lead me to believe that it probably will be lengthy.
And for all of you viewers online now, waking up in Europe,
yep,
still awake in America, and of course enjoying yourselves in Australia.
Yep, enjoying that afternoon sun in the winter of Australia, where I'm sure it's a very pleasant 20-odd degrees.
Yeah.
And I'm very jealous of your temperature.
And to all of you guys, this is the last game. This is the last map of Day 2. Day 3 will be starting with Group D, which is the group with the Australian. I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to be doing it.
Yep, perfect time zone for you guys. So I expect to see a lot of Aussies in the chat tomorrow.
I'm looking forward to getting a couple of chants down with you.
Yes,
We'll be doing the good old Aussie tomorrow.
Yes. If Argus is on stream, I hope he is.
Depends on how well he does.
Depends indeed. He's got a tall order. But anyway, that is neither here nor there, because right now, right here, Jaedong versus MC hitting each other up. Very standard ZvP opening here. We're getting Jaedong going for the hatchery after the pool. So safe, standard, no speed link span, nothing crazy like that. He's not taking any huge risks. Neither player is. In fact, both players are doing the opposite of risks right now, Apollo.
Yeah, they're just setting themselves up in a standard game. Like, this is a very normal textbook opening, you could say.
Yeah.
With both players just going to the norm, the all-round complete builds for both races. For anybody that's seen StarCraft 2 before, you should start to recognize this. For example, in Wings of Liberty, these were the builds. Every game for a very long time. It is a little bit different in Heart of the Swarm, but it still comes out a lot. Just Forge or Nexus play into getting the Gateway Cybernetics core into your tech, compared to Jaedong here, who again should be looking and aiming towards just focusing heavily on drones, queens, and overlords, just minerals only, until around the 545 to 615 is the range when you actually add on your gases, 2 at once, which is when Jaedong can start to make decisions of his own on what he wants to do.
Exactly. You are wise with the ways of StarCraft, my friend. As one would hope.
As one would hope.
That's right.
And hopefully do justice to these two players on what their strategies are.
Yes.
Pick them apart and be able to read into what they're thinking.
Got to get into their brain, think like they do, which is tough because their brains are big and sexy.
Big and sexy.
Full of builds.
Full of builds.
Full of micro mechanics.
Full of ideas.
Yep.
Not only in StarCraft.
Yeah, but outside as well. Both of them actually quite successful outside of the game.
Yeah.
Just from being amazing personalities.
Yep. Great individuals.
Yep.
But it is nearing the time where we start to see the decisions made. Jaedong's setting up overlords. One on the natural, one floating just outside the main base to try and find out exactly what's going on. +1 attack is the first thing researched here by MC. If, you know, history repeats itself and patterns are true, and this is meant to be a third Nexus on one of the most risky maps to do so, to face Zerg aggression on.
And Jaedong's in a good position to know when that third Nexus goes down as well. He's got a well-placed Overlord to the north of the main, which is generally where it's taken. The one to the left is very far away, hard to defend. I mean, you have the warp-ins, you have stuff like that, those mechanics as a Protoss, but it is kind of a bad spot for a base. You generally want it to the north.
Yeah, I mean, Jaedong's actually set up beautifully with the Overlords. The Overlord on the natural sees no gases, and as mentioned in the previous cast, no gases means either a 2-base attack, because it increases your minerals so high you can throw down a bunch of gateways, or a third Nexus.
And here comes the third
Jaedong
Nexus.
sees no gases, so he's like, alright, it's going to be gateways or Nexus. So with the other Overlord, says, oh, okay, it's a Nexus, and now has the information as fast as you could get it.
That's right. Great plays from Jaedong so far. It doesn't look impressive, guys, but we promise you this Overlord stuff is actually quite cool. He's noticed those 3 Nexuses, Nexi, Nexuses, the plural of Nexus. And Jaedong preparing accordingly, getting a Roach Warren up.
But, oh, I was just going to say, but no lair, but no, okay, there's a lair. So I was going to say, but no lair, so I thought maybe it would be only Roach Ling. I still think it could be. But with 12 drones coming in, that really says he wants to push himself economically further ahead and keep up with MC. Double Evolution Chamber. Are we going to see Zergling's upgrade? Because he'll upgrade +1 Carapace anyway. But is it melee for Zergling's Heavy, which we saw against Hero? Or is it a missile attack to focus on a Roach Hydra play to hopefully overpower the 3rd base? What is the choice here from Jaedong as the Evolution Chamber is complete? There's the Carapace. Missile attacks.
Okay, alright.
Alright, man. We're going to see a heavy power play coming from Jaedong. So lots of Roaches, lots of Hydras. We should see the Hydra list then come down. And eventually maybe going over to Swarm Host play. Just the perfect connection of all those units. But heavy economy, 4th base down.
Very heavy economy. A macro hatch going down as well as a 4th hatchery, as you mentioned. And MC, conversely, going for 4 more gateways in the main. Just beefing up his production a little bit here.
But, you know, even though Jaedong's focusing on pushing himself further in the game, he is investing a lot in upgrades in the Hydra Den, in Roach speed, in Zergling speed. All these upgrades, 4 upgrades at once as you see on screen, and the Infestation Pit. But MC is up to 8 gateways again. Twilight Council coming down a little bit faster than last time, but he's going to increase his unit count quite rapidly. He's already on 7 sentries. The longer the game goes on, the better it is for Jaedong. If you look at MC, he's only at +1 attack. Jaedong has 2 Evolution Chambers. He'll have 1-1 soon, then 2-2. He'll have Hydra soon. So MC's best chance is probably the faster he moves out here if he wants to go for an attack. But a second Forge, he's not going to attack.
And speaking of attacking, 16 Roaches and 18 Lings on the way for Jaedong. I'm thinking like you might want to try and put some damage onto MC here. I don't think that's completely defensive, Apollo, especially with 32 Lings.
Jaedong has 5 hatcheries already. He's on 4 bases, but 5 hatcheries. The Swarm Host upgrade coming in, the Enduring Locust to increase the duration of the Locust on the battlefield. And 2-2 is going to begin soon. And you know, Jaedong's powered himself up very strong. And when I say the term power, is that he didn't build any units. He built only economy, only upgrades, and now is in a position where he can do nothing but power through with a very strong army, which is what he's going to start doing any second now with the Swarm Hosts or Hydras, either one.
That's right. Both of them will benefit from the upgrades. And there we go. We see 3 Swarm Hosts on the way, Group Spines on the way, so no doubt Hydras also to follow soon. Some...
in the middle of the map here. Look at this. Zerglings get us good surrounds. Force fields used in plenty. One of the weaknesses of this map as a Protoss player. Look how many force fields are used.
Yeah, it was like 12 force fields just to keep that small army of Zerg away.
And now he doesn't have any. Blink isn't ready. Roach speed is.
Uh-oh. There's the Nexus Cannon going down on the 3rd. Jaedong's going to try and snipe some sentries and probably go home. And he does get all the sentries here and just bugs out.
Yeah, he picks off all the sentries and says, all right, thanks for expending all your force field energy, and now come in and pick off all the sentries. And that's a good win there, because if MC wants them back, he's going to have to spend gas on sentries, not Colossus, for example. So he's not going to have any crowd control, as you say in MOBA games and big games. He won't be able to split Jaedong's army down at all. But he's going to play very strong because he's going to have pure Stalkers, pure Colossus. He's just one attack. He doesn't want to cut the army because he's going to be too powerful anyway.
And here are the Stalkers. They do have Blink now, and Swarm Hosts making sure they keep away from a 3rd. You don't want to have to deal with those Locusts. They are quite fast on the creep.
All right, 5 extra gateways, 2nd robotics facility coming in. Stalker, Colossus, and a bunch of random Zealots at the front here. MC just looking to build a very powerful army. Just one army that can kind of do everything. Yep. Just move in and kind of death ball it through.
And
right?
With this much production, it does feel like it's going to be one army. Like he doesn't have a next step, I think. This is what he wants to kill with.
And that is always good against Swarm Host, because if you are able to get momentum with that big attack, then there's no Locust and maybe you can jump on top of the Swarm Hosts. So not all is lost here for SK Gaming MC. But Jaedong does have a supply lead with the Hive on the way. Aspire 2 is timed up nicely to go over towards the Great Aspire, towards Broodlords, to add into the combination of units he already has out.
Those Zealots getting swatted away. Too many Hydras and Roaches. They actually evaporated. That's how fast they died. Warp Prism heading up towards the top there. No units in tow, but it will pick up some Zealots down by the pylon.
Yeah. Jaedong's very weak behind enemy lines. Well, I guess Jaedong's weak behind allied lines because it's his own lines.
Yeah.
There's no spores, there's no spines. Only just now 8 spines coming in. I'm not sure if they're in the main base or around the middle or...
Yeah.
Look at that, naked. That's where the spire is as well.
Spine's going down at that base there, but not at the back. So he's got a fence at the front, but no backyard fence, Apollo.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's a large blink here. He's going to cancel. No, doesn't cancel. Just snipe the hatch straight up. And these Zealots with charge. Will they take this hatchery down before Jaedong can deal with it? It's going to be pretty close.
They have +2 attack. They're doing a lot of damage.
Oh, they're going to get it.
Nice.
Wow. And in one fell swoop, MC has taken away 2 hatcheries from Jaedong.
Nice play there. As he does try to do something towards this base. Not going to happen.
Not too much defense from Jaedong. He's going to swat this away. MC looking like he's moving up with a lot of Blink Stalkers, but the Swarm Hosts say no. And that'll be that. So
that's a good delaying tactic though, right? It slowed Jaedong down from getting where he wants to be. He's at the hive, but he hasn't really chosen to do anything with that yet. Or I suppose he's getting the Vipers in, sorry, excuse me, with 3 more just popping out, or 3 initially popping out.
Yep.
But NC needs to keep the harass up, whether it be Blink Stalkers picking off the base that was on the 9 o'clock, or whether it be the Warp Prism getting into the main base. This is Star Station. One of the disadvantages as a Protoss player against Terrans is Medivac use, because there is such a large air radius outside the main natural, and that's definitely can be utilized here for MC.
And it looks like Jaedong is preparing for Colossi. He's getting that +1 air attack, and he's also 3-3 on the way for the ranged units on the ground as well. Storm on the way, conversely, for MC. He's going to be having that splash damage. Oh, he's going to have maximum splash damage with those Colossus and the Templar as well.
Picks off an Overseer there. Could make DT strong on the left-hand side, as we do have Zealots trying to make their through the spines. That's not going to happen here.
No, too much defense there from Jaedong. And he is blinking ahead, going to take out one of the macro hatches. Wants to get a couple of Vipers. Blinding Cloud, though, saves the Vipers from the Blink Stalkers.
Jaedong is in a rough spot. I mean, he's doing good, but he's being thrown around a lot here by MC, who's now taken a 4th base. MC does lose a lot, though.
Yeah,
MC does lose a lot.
Losing those 2 Colossus was actually really bad for MC, but...
especially because his 4th isn't that fast. It could have been faster, I feel.
Yeah.
But remember, the winner of this game is through to the round of 8. It's currently 1 apiece. Is it EG's Jaedong? Is it SKMC that will move on?
We got MC's army heading back to a more defensible location. It looks like he wants to actually try and... Yeah, he's going to be in a lot of siege here. He's going to lose a few cannons.
Nice play.
Yeah, very nice from Jaedong.
Being able to kill a couple of Zealots there, put pressure on this 4th base off MC, while MC does get the Warp Prism into the natural. Again, he's heading towards the main base. No spores, no spines. Yep. I think that's crucial here. Crucial that Jaedong doesn't have it. With the immobility that he has, especially if he's using his roaches aggressively.
Oh, if he can get some infestors, that would be nice. But he is actually going to start wailing around.
MC's pulling his main army into the main army into the main. But look at this. He's moving towards that base on the right.
He is. And that's where all the spines are. And if all those spines go down, that's going to leave it open for MC to follow up. He's got a lot of production. He's got a lot of Templar feed backing all the things. Storm's going down, and yeah, a lot of splash damage still untouched. The back still got 4 Colossi. Blink Stalkers at the front still with a lot of hit points.
C's breaking through here. He may be able to get towards this hatchery. This could be pretty bad for Jaedong, who's still having to deal with that Warp Prism in the main base. Viper comes in. 1 Colossus gets ripped across.
Yep.
Colossus. And the Roaches are coming in now.
Absolutely. The Roaches and the Swarm Hosts will need to culminate together to push this army
back. The Swarm Hosts.
Oh, they're under siege. Laser beams cutting through a lot of them. Blink Stalkers reinforcing from MC. Another Colossus joins the battle to take the place of his fallen brother. And the Corruptors are coming out, but they're not making a difference yet.
The Observer does fall down, though. It falls down on the left-hand side. Colossus and Stalkers are just going to fight against Roaches and Corruptors. Another one gets ripped forward, but the base of the north has fallen. More Colossus are getting ripped in, and more Roaches are popping. Is Jaedong going to be able to make the maintain here? Is he going to be able to hold this position? A lot of Blink Stalkers with fantastic upgrades here. MC backs off, but he does have a 4th down. The Dark Shrine, I thought I saw that a little bit earlier on, but it is now on.
Yeah, there was a Dark Shrine made before, I'm pretty sure.
But Jaedong is hurting. He's lost a lot of bases. MC's probably got a bit of a better income. Remember, though, that the bank, look at the top right.
Yeah.
3,000 minerals.
It's a lot of lings if Jaedong wants them. But, you know, I think he's going to try and get those hatcheries and spine crawlers up again. He wants to just keep holding against this Protoss force. If Protoss keeps headbutting against free units and static defense, that's what the Zerg wants.
Alright, well, MC taking another base down the bottom. Jaedong is starting to bleed out with resources. Was that attack, was that army good enough for MC to give him what it needs to move on here? Or is Jaedong going to be able to start to siege onto this mining base of MC to try to break through?
He's starting to take a few things out with these swarm hosts. Going to get a couple stalkers here before they dissipate. Oh, nice move from MC, sending those zealots over to get that new building hatchery.
Every time, Jaedong's biggest weakness, I say, in this series is his lack of static defense.
Even though he had a ton of it, it was just not in a spot to be able to help him against the War Prism drops. And MC identified this weakness, and he's been using it. Great storms from MC on the roaches of Jaedong. Can pull back, though.
4 more swarm hosts coming in. He's got to be careful not to lose the high ground here, Jaedong, that is, as the Observer does move forward. Roaches are falling fast.
Observer gone again, Apollo.
Oh, there is another one here.
On the right, sweet.
He's got to be careful. Sweet, man. He's got to be careful because the swarm hosts. Zealots on the left-hand side. Swarm hosts are exposed. Where is that blinking Observer? It may have gone down here, but no. The swarm hosts are dying. There is the Observer. The swarm hosts are down. MC breaks through one more time. Jaedong still with the supply lead, but a lot in roaches. Roaches aren't that good in the later stages. Stalker's probably better with blink.
Yeah. He's thinking 10 roaches now to try and replenish his numbers. But we still have quite a few blink stalkers with MC on the wheel as well. And if he keeps blinking, you are going to be in trouble. This guy has got blink macro up to wazoo. But Jaedong has been pulling miracles out, man, in these series. Can he hold? Can he start to push back? I don't know.
These roaches are at 3-3 as well, but roaches just aren't that good here. They're expensive, or not really expensive. Expensive for this type of game. They're high in supply. And with Colossus and Archons and Stalkers coming in, MC is taking the lead. He's going to push down here, and if he breaks this base one more time, it looks like SKMC will be the one to move on. Jaedong has to defend this.
No spine crawlers, Apollo. Here he comes with all these roaches. This is his last time to defend.
Colossus!
Oh, he's going to get one. And a second.
Oh, the Colossus is down now. Is it going to be roaches? Are roaches and Hydras going to be enough? MC drops its supply, and without force fields to be able to split up this army here, Jaedong takes the army supply 170. How the hell is he doing this?
Somehow, someway, Jaedong is in a huge lead at the moment in army supply and in supply in general, putting the fight back to MC.
I didn't think this would be possible with just Roach and Hydras, man, but he is making it possible. He cancels the High Templar. The Colossus coming down as well, and well, see you later. And now it's MC's base that's exposed.
That's right, and MC, just like Jaedong, can't lose Nexi. He just can't.
Man, not at this stage of the game. It's 25 minutes in the game. Income is so valuable.
Oh, and it's going to go down. He's got nothing. These Hydras are way at the back. The Zealots aren't going to get there in time. Down it goes.
Jaedong brings the hurt, the pain to MC, bringing down that Nexus on the right-hand side. There is another one down the bottom, but that, if he had both Nexus up and running, that's where MC would find comfortability with his income, to be able to build the right army to beat Jaedong. But now with no mining base in the main natural third, as you can see.
So dry, man.
An attempt to re-establish this hatchery, this Nexus, sorry, as well as Jaedong.
Wow. Jaedong. This is one of those...
Jaedong doesn't even have a mining hatchery, man. He's only just got this up and running. That's the only one now.
This is a bare knuckle fist fight. This is exactly what this is. Both players beaten, bloody and bruised on the ground, just trying to take the final blow to each other, but who's going to land it?
All right, Zerglings come down here. He will bring down this pylon, and that means no cannons. And even Roach Hydra's come down in another Nexus exposed.
Oh my god, and his army's completely out of position. Here he comes. Will it be in time? I don't think so.
Oh no, Jaedong's going to be able to pick off that Nexus and move out.
And so many probes. MC completely out of position there, and I feel like MC's rapidly running out of options.
Look at the amount of units killed in this game. 219 to Jaedong, 250 for MC. Jaedong is coming back to defend this. 3 Colossus, 2 Archons, and just a lonely couple of High Templar.
Is MC just going to go for it? Does he have to?
16 more Hydras. Oh, the Colossus
completely naked.
Jaedong! Oh, what? He's not going for it. Oh my gosh.
He thought about it a little bit too much there. Just needed to go on those Colossus. They were completely naked. There's the pull on the Colossi. No units at the top of the finish line.
Oh my god, MC, what a fight! What a fight from SKMC! He just brought down everything, and the Colossus remained. The Vipers pulled the Colossus into nothing. Oh my god, what are we seeing here? An incredible back and forth game. Is MC, now is he in the position to do this?
Oh my god, and 5 roaches more on the way for Jaedong. The production tab's so small right now, it's basically non-existent. Both players have almost nothing left for each other. Zealots and High Templars being warped in by MC. These Vipers are just eating an extractor.
Oh, I think MC could be able to do it. He's it. That's the mining base, the only mining base of Jaedong at this point. Zealots and Archons starting to regenerate there.
And the last Warhost goes down. Only roaches, pure roach left for Jaedong. MC still has Archons and a Colossus. One of the Archons, one hit from death, but these two at the front have been so important for him.
I can't help, even drones coming off. This could be the last stand of Jaedong. It looks like MC with Time Warp coming down as well. MC, despite all odds here of what we saw this game and how it developed, is pushing Jaedong back. He's got no money, he's got only a handful of roaches. Transfuse is the last possible thing that he could hold on to.
And he's running out of stuff to transfuse Apollo. He's got all his energy,
more
but he's got
Archons.
nothing to heal.
Oh dearie me, Jaedong, one disastrous collateral fight. I cannot stress how bad that fight was at the Xel'Naga Tower. Everything has just dropped. Everything. I'm sure Jaedong is shaking his head right now because MC will knock out Jaedong from this position. 43 supply.
Yep, he's up 80 supply. That is it, man.
64 to 18.
That's
what
right.
a series.
GG.